Hello and welcome back to IT Security Labs. Today we're completing day 17 of Advent of Cyber Challenge. This is from TryHackMe and we are learning a new skill every day until Christmas. So this is about traffic analysis and I'm excited about that because that's what my background is in networking and network engineering. So being able to see that we are dealing with network traffic excites me. In particular, we are learning a new way of interacting with network traffic using a tool called Silk. This is actually a suite of tools that you can use. Just like Wireshark and other tools like TCP dump, there are other ways to interact with traffic, and that's what we'll be doing today using Silk. So, why network traffic? Well, you can use network traffic for network management, troubleshooting, incident response, threat hunting. Whenever you need to answer some questions and you have a network capture, network traffic does not lie. It shows us exactly what happened on the network. So that's why I'm excited to look at this thing here. So the tool that we're going to be using today is called Silk, or the System for Internet Level Knowledge Tool Suite. This was developed by CERT. And if you come down, you will notice that this tool has already been installed on our machine. And we're also given a suspicious flow.silk. This file is just like a .pcap, but it's read by Silk in this case. But network traffic is network traffic anyway. So we're going to learn how to use this tool to interact with network traffic. So first, we get into our Ubuntu machine. In the desktop, there's going to be that file. So let's go to the machine, and they say to go to the desktop. So let's go there. If you say ls, you notice that we have the suspicious.silk. So now coming back here, so we can say silk config.y to see if we can check our silk configuration. Let's go back here and paste. So which version of silk is installed on the machine? So coming back and running rw file info and pointing to our suspicious file here, we see that silk version is 3.19.1. So that's what we have. What is the size of the flow in the count record? So coming down here, count records is this value from the same command. What is the start time, S time in the sixth record in the file? So we need to look for the sixth entry in the file. Okay, so we use rwcat on the suspicious file and dash fields equals to S time. I'm trying to follow from the instructions, and looks like I have a typo here. Okay, then dash num dash rec is equals to 6. Okay, finally I got the syntax correct here. So as you can see, we use the rwcat for suspicious file. You look for the S time, and the num records is 6. We could have just listed without filtering the S time, but here we go. And submit. What is the destination port of the 6th UDP record? Okay, so in order for us to do that, we'll come back, run rstat. I'm just using what I saw from the room. And here we're just looking for destination ports. Let's hope if I list 10 that I can see port 53 as one of the statistics, because that's what rwstats does, is gives statistics on everything. So here, as you can see, I see port 53. I didn't have to filter for it. And the record percent is 35. 35 point whatever the value there is. All right. What is the number of bytes transmitted by the top talker on the network? Let's look. So we need to find out the IP address of the top talker using probably rstats and then identify the bytes. So we'll go back to the room. Okay, so the same command, but instead of the value being records, we want that one to be bytes. And let's leave it 10. But let's tag here. Yeah, let's leave that one. Instead of destination, we'll say SIP SIP was one source IP. Okay, let's see what we will see here. Okay, so in bytes for the top IP is this one. I'm actually beginning to like this tool. I'm a Wireshark kind of person, and I thought I would hate this tool, but I'm actually enjoying it. What is the S time value of the first DNS record going to port 53? So in order for us to answer that, we can do an rwstats on the file. Let's look for source IP. then destination IP, and also just show us 10. Okay, so for the intel that we're given, they do say here the source IP address ends with 236.223. So this is the source IP, and the destination IP for that is this one. At least that's the first one, and with most traffic as well. So I think that's the IP address right here. But of course, we need to defang it. And in order for us to defang it, we just put these brackets here. If this was something else that we needed to defang, we can use CyberChef. But for an IP, I'm okay doing a manual work. And there we go. Which IP address is suspected to be the flood attacker? And they want us to defang it as well. So let's modify this for a second. So with source IP, we want a DIP as well. So move this. For count to 10, that's okay. But we also want something here. We want values. And for this value, we want records, we want bytes, we also want packets. All right. Okay, so coming here, it says the source IP address ends with 236.223. So I didn't have to actually work too hard. 236.223 is right here. Okay, so it has been defanged. What is the sent SYN packet number of records? So we need to use that to find all the records that were seen. Okay, so since this was doing a denial of service, this IP address we just need the record next to this IP address. And in this case, it was this 236, and for the records, it's this one. We know that because that's the IP address that we said was doing a denial of service attack, and it was using SYN packets. And we completed day 17. That was a lot of fun, I have to say. After going through machine learning, this was a relief. Otherwise, thank you very much for being here. And please remember to subscribe, like, and I hope to see you next time.